world gets crazy sometimes. It's crazy all the time. And fellas, sometimes we just need to get away. And down south, we go hunting and fishing to get away. This is the Backroads Podcast. Let's do this. Welcome to the Backroads Podcast. Now, here's your host, Chris Hobbs.
Well, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a three-week hiatus now, is that right?
Yeah, been a little slow.
Yeah. But we are back, Backroads Podcast. Got my buddy Rodney Turner with me in studio. And we're trying to deal with some new equipment, so there might be a few little glitches here and there, but hadn't got everything in place yet. But we did want to get a podcast out this week. Had a few people. Austin Hicks sent us a message. Where's the podcast?
Oh, yeah.
So thanks for listening, Austin. We appreciate it, man. Going to have Lee Pitts on here in a little bit. Give us a little... Got a lot to talk about with Lee today.
Oh, yeah.
They did casting for kids over on Weiss Lake. Let's see, what else they have going on? I know he's had some crappie trips lately because the weather's really cooled off. The water's...
It's finally getting there.
That's right. He's got the ABT championship on Weiss coming up in a couple of weeks. I know he's getting ready for that. He went to the Crappie Expo. We're a little late on that one, but I still think it's worth talking about. Bobby Garland came out with some new baits. We're going to talk to a new bait and some new colors. So we'll talk to Lee about that. But what's going on with you?
Oh, nothing, man. Just glad to be here.
Well, I know you and I went in the woods not long ago, moved stand and...
Yeah, all this preseason stuff will wear you out. I'm telling you, you'll be burnt out on deer hunting before it ever starts. But this weather gets you right back into it, though.
Man, it was nice this morning.
38 degrees, baby. It makes that finger get itchy.
We're talking about hunting, right?
Oh, I'm just going to kill something. That's all I want to
I was just double checking. This is a kind of a, was it PG-13
Yeah.
kind of show? More like probably PG-17 or
Yeah, it needs to be brought on up a little bit.
Yeah. But so I know you're getting ready. I know you got your crossbow ready. We talked with Arlie Fortner a few shows ago about getting your bow set up. You did drop your bow off and got it ready to go.
Hey, I'm going to give Arlie a shout-out. I'm telling you, I got that thing back from y'all and got my arrows and just put one shot right in a target and next shot blowed that arrow all to pieces. So I called Chris and told him I wanted my money back because it was too accurate. I said, arrows hitting arrows. I said, this gets expensive.
Well, I asked him about that, and he said no.
No, well, so I figured.
He said that's not going to happen. But it was a good try. It was a very good try. But look, that raven, you can't shoot at the same dot.
She's a stroker. I've learned.
Yeah,
you got to shoot at a different dot for sure.
You'll Robin Hood an arrow quick. But what else you got going on getting ready for this weekend?
Well, just trying now. My theory is on deer hunting, I'm just trying to, I bait them up and then I try to stay out of the woods, try to let them areas calm down, let them deer kind of figure out, that I'm not coming in there as much and they get relaxed. And it seems to be working. I've got a lot of good pictures here lately. So
you do have some good pictures. We posted a lot of them on Facebook. Backroads Podcast is on Facebook, so check it out there. We got Jeff Daniels already taken a deer this year. He went into one of the areas that opened up, I think 2 weeks.
Cleveland County.
Yeah, like weekend before last, and he's already taken a doe. So, congratulations to him. That video, some of that video of some stuff he shot is on Facebook as well. We're still trying to gear up to get the show on YouTube. The logistics of getting everybody together when everybody's so busy is really difficult. So we're trying to get that worked out. Probably going to have to do some Zoom or Squadcast or something like that, and just get some guys from their homes, on the computer.
Yeah, just kind of set up where it's more convenient for everybody.
Yeah, we'll try to do something. But man, I know you're looking forward to Saturday. What's your game plan?
Well, I think I'm gonna sit all day.
Are you?
Yeah, the deer are not consistent right now with the acorns. You know, they're not coming to the corn piles for me as regular. So I think I'm gonna pack a sandwich or two and go in there with a big 2-liter drink, and sit there all day long.
You gonna have your little pea cup
Yeah, man.
and your pea bottle?
Yeah, I just some come through there at 8:30, some will come through there at 2, and some at 4. I mean, it's just been crazy on time, so I can't consistently get nothing. So that area where I'm got those 2 good deer at, I mean, it don't get a lot of pressure, so those deer kind of move when they want to. So
Yeah. Are you gonna sit in that stand we moved?
yes,
You are going to that location.
yep,
It's a good location.
yeah, it's good. So I'm gonna do my best. I know it's gonna be rough, first sit all day, but hey, if you want to kill a big one, you gotta hang in there with them.
You got to put in the time. You got to put in the time. Well, look, you want to try to get Lee on the phone?
Let's call him.
All right. We'll try to get him.
Sounds good. I'm sitting here looking over the prettiest old piece of property with the ridges in front of me, in between 2 mountain line ridges, and my dog's out here, and we just sitting here on top of a knob.
It's nothing better, is it, son?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's nice.
Man, I'm telling you. I know y'all are ready.
I'm ready.
Right, Lee, I know you're ready. Hell, you've been getting ready for it for all summer.
Well, I try to get out there and I try to shoot a whole bunch, but the last 2 years I've not even drawn back on anything. I'm seeing plenty of deer, but it's either too hot or I got a trip the next day and I don't want to fool with it.
Yeah, I understand. Well, look, let's talk a little bit about casting for kids y'all had over at Weiss sponsored by the Cherokee County Chamber of Commerce. I know that was special for you, and it's special for those young people. And just tell us a little bit how that went, and just what went on.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. That was a wonderful, wonderful. Not only the fishing aspect and taking the kids out, but the whole thing. We had it on a little facility there, Jake's on the Lake in Cherokee County. They had donated their facility for us to have all the kids out there, and Joey Perry with the Cherokee Chamber of Commerce, she put all this on and got this set up, and it's just one of the things that, man, you don't realize what goes on in your community until you have an event like this. And it was one of those things that just seeing the enjoyment with these, not only the children, but their families, to be able to get out, get on a boat, get out, ride around, catch a fish, and just more or less let the wind blow and ride in the boat.
Well, I know you're, based on some pictures I saw on Facebook, and we tried to post those on our Facebook page as well, so everybody can see them. Man, the look on the young man's face you had in your boat, man, that's just something that makes it all worthwhile.
I'm telling you, it was, and that day I was fortunate enough. I had 3 different groups to go out, and it was the families that I got to meet and talk to, the young men and women that I got to talk to and see, and like I said, some different levels than others, but everybody having the same amount of enthusiasm and enjoying themselves out there on the water. And just the parents, the look of that, they got to relax a little bit. They got to have some fun. And I'm telling you, man, our Chamber of Commerce did a great job with this. They had a banquet at the end of it, at the end of the day, with ceremonies. Each kid got a plaque with their pictures from their boat captains that went out with them that morning, their families, and it was just one of those things. Each and every one of them got to come up and say a little something on the microphone, and we had a nice little lunch, had some hot dogs and chips. So
hot dog?
Yeah,
man, it was a good deal.
I like
good
him
deal.
hot dogs now. But hey, tell me a little bit about, because when you have a picture, and that picture that you have with your young man speaks 1,000 words, but how did your young man react when that when that fish started tugging and pulling and you got it in the boat, man, that just had to be exciting.
Well, it was one of those things. His mother was trying to coach him a little bit. And when he got the fish on, I said, "You got to fish. You got to fish." And he would look back at me, and his mom is giving him all of her professional advice that she can. And he's just looking at me. And I said, "Reel." And he starts reeling. And then it gets comical because she's like, "He's not listening to me." I said, "No, ma'am, he's not." But he's like, "This dude right here's one who got the boat. He knows what he's doing."
That's right.
But man, it was so fun. I said, "Now lift your rod," and he'd lift his rod up and get to feel that fish shaking, and it was just a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of fun for these kids, and just seeing the enjoyment that they had. I mean, it just I can't explain it, and I can't express my feelings of it. But after we were through and I was coming home, I called my wife and I told her. She said, "Well, how'd it go today?" I said, "This is what I needed."
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
that is
exactly
what I needed, and it was a win-win for everybody.
Now, Rodney, you got some experience with young people. Maybe not special needs young people, but I know you have experience captaining boats for some of the high school fishing teams. You kind of get that same reaction when they do well.
Yeah, I've said it before too. People talk about what all it means to the kids, but at the end of the day too, for me, how it makes me feel, to release in just a few minutes out of my day to make those kids' days so special. I mean, you might not remember their name, but they're going to remember your name. But they're going to go, "Hey, Lee Pitts. I was with Lee Pitts the first time I caught my fish. And a nice boat. He was wrapped." I said, "He's a professional." That little stuff like that sticks with those kids, and it's just a little bit of time out of our day, and I wish more people would do it because this generation needs more hunters and more fishermen for sure.
Yeah, they definitely need some, what do they call that? What's the word I'm looking for?
Ambassadors.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. That's a good. Now, Lee, is that something they do every year over there?
We're starting to. This was the first, and the matter of fact, the gentleman that puts this on is casting for kids, and he came up and talked to me, and he said, "You and I fished a Bassmasters in 1900," and I said, "Whoa. Yeah, okay, it's been a while back."
Yeah, if they use the term 1900 before the last two numbers, that's going to be a long time ago.
It's going to be a long time.
He didn't say aught in there too, did you? 19 aught.
We didn't have an aught. We're still just straight numbers. We ain't got an aught yet.
Well, I'm gonna say right now, the next time you have one, I'd like to have my name in the hat, volunteer my time, and I'm sure Chris would too.
Oh,
so.
shoot you up. We need to get involved in that, man.
Love to have you. Like I said, Jody Perry with our Cherokee Chamber of Commerce does a great job. She's getting this all together and starting this, so we would love to have you guys.
Oh, we'll get more information from you next summer, so that me and Rodney and the Backroads podcast can be involved in that because we love it.
And not just us with the Backroads podcast. Anybody listening to this podcast, hey, if you want to donate your time to this, I'm telling you, it means a lot to these kids, and then it'll mean a lot more to you at the end of the day than what you really think.
And hey, you're exactly right on that right there. And I was just going to say one more time, you don't realize how fast, and the time goes real fast because we're coming in and out, and we're meeting different people, and it's one of those things that when you get through with it and you see these kids up there getting their little plaques with their pictures and stuff, how important it is and how much fun everybody's having.
That's right.
I mean, you go home smiling.
Yeah.
I mean, you're smiling.
Yeah, you can't help but smile. Mm-mm. That's true. Well, Lee, we appreciate all your time and effort in making that such a wonderful event for those young people and for their parents too now, because that's when you see your child happy, that you can't beat that as a parent.
And that's the whole thing. It wasn't catching fish or not catching fish or whatever, but when they can see their children happy and laughing and having fun, that's the whole deal.
Dang right. Well, Lee, I know you got a big one coming up here How many weeks is it now?
No, it ain't weeks. It's I got this week right here to get a few days in, and then we're off limits Monday, Tuesday, and we have official practice Wednesday, Thursday, and then the tournament's Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, and what we're referring to is the ABT championship on Weiss Lake. Lee made the championship this year, so talk to us a little, as much as you can. I know that stuff's close to the vest, as much as you can about your preparation.
Well, it's one of those things that I think, and I'm saying this for the guys that can't come out here and practice a week or so early. The weather is going to change so dramatically between now and when we start that Friday morning. Daily it's changing. It's swapping back and forth. The weather has got so much to do with this. And we're still really in September. I know it's October right now, but we're really fishing-wise still in September. This cool front helped a little bit, but the shorter days and the longer nights is going to turn everything around. So, man, it's fishing to go crazy.
Yeah, the weather's going to be a little nuts because it's nice today. It's in the, low 70s, but it's going to go back up in the 80s. I know one evening it's only going to drop into the 60s.
Right.
So
this morning it was 38 degrees. Like you said, that changes everything.
So y'all, that's going to be challenging to deal with these weather fluctuations that are coming in the next few days leading up to championship day.
Yeah, it's going to be something to kind of just have to roll with it, see what happens.
Yeah, just throw them out there and hope for the best. Now, Lee, I know you went to the Crappie Expo, and I know that's been a few weeks back, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it yet, and I wanted to. And I know you were there doing something for the Crappie Expo. So tell us how that went.
Yeah, I mean, it was for one, I hate going to the. I told them when I got there, I hate this big city living. I hate going. When I take my truck out of 4-wheel drive, I get nervous.
There you go.
I like to stay on shaky ground, but it was good. We had Bobby Garland. We introduced a brand new bait that we announced it there at the Crappie Expo. So that was good. That's that live roamer. I don't know if many of you have heard about it yet. If you're not, you better check out BobbyGarland.com because this bait right here is fixing to go crazy.
Oh, it's a great design.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good, not only deep structure bait, but also that cold winter, early spring months when you're kind of really wanting to just kind of slow that thing down and make it quiver. This is going to be a bait you got to see.
Man, I've seen it in action a little bit. They posted some YouTube videos and stuff like that after they released it.
Yep.
So that is going to be a really good go-to bait, not only for crappie season this fall, but for spring.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can hold that bait right there in front of a fish and just make him come up there and he's got to grab it.
Got to eat.
Yeah, that right there that's gonna catch some right there. I watched some of the videos on it and it was amazing. I mean, the movement of that bait, I'm telling you, that's they can't resist that one.
It mimics a quivering minnow that it's just laying there. And some of you, I know that sounded silly, what I just said, but some of you that know what I'm talking about,
yes,
when he's doing that last little bit and he's got that quiver, that right there, it'll do it to it, and they'll come get it.
Man, I can't wait.
Yeah, I
can't wait.
I'm gonna add it to my tackle box for sure.
Well, I know they added some new colors too, and these new colors will come in that live roamer, the fried shad, and the cherry lime. And all these colors will be on our Facebook page as we try to bring as much information to the table as we can for you guys. The hummingbird, that's going to be a good color. Now, my favorite's going to be the hot tater.
I figured you like that one.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's the color or the name.
No, it's the name. I mean, anything that goes to food, he's going to relate to that one first.
All right.
If they made a hot dog color, he'd buy that and right off the shelf.
Look, speaking of hot dogs. All right. Speaking of hot dogs, I wasn't going to break this news yet, but I'm going to since you mentioned hot dogs. I've got a new bait coming out, and it's going to be, you can use it for catfish, bass, brim, or anything in the water. This bait will catch them, because you can change the size of the bait depending on your application. But it's just going to be plastic wieners, and you can.
I know we're not live, but I'm glad we're not, because my facial expression just dropped right there. I'm telling you.
I was on the hook. I was like, okay. What? Oh, God.
And it's going to be the red wieners, because they're most effective.
Oh my God!
But you can adapt the size if you're after catfish. Just cut off a big hunk, because red wieners will catch anything.
Yeah.
We've caught bass on them. We've caught brim. We've caught a cat. There's a catfish killer.
I was tortured back in the early 80s on the red weenies when Dad and them would boil them in the red water, and I told them my daughter and them will never, ever have to eat a red weenie. That's
what's so
torture.
bad? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What's so bad is when I was a kid, now if you threw one on the grill, or you had one that you can put in the oven, let it get about half hour.
Oh, that's fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
But them old boiled ones.
No. Boiled, no.
Dad and them in there eating steak, and I'm in there eating a boiled red weenie.
Yeah.
That was a tube steak for you, man.
3/4 of it was bun, because they ain't hardly no hot dog. Right?
Yeah, it's like a lizard's tail.
Yeah, that's what.
It's so lizard's tail.
No, my dad used to take, but he'd lay them on a pan, turn the oven on broil. And he'd split them down the middle.
Oh yeah, make them look bigger.
And put a little put a little ketchup line down it, and that's the way he'd cook them, and that's the way we'd eat them.
You had your stuff.
Yeah.
It was fine eating back in my youth. I'm telling you.
Hey, don't get me wrong now. Okay, which I'm sure all of us know, deer camp food is different than hometown.
Oh sure.
Oh yeah.
Deer camp food is like, oh hell yeah, man! Get all them Pioneer sausages out, sling that grease out, and cut them in half. And what we'll do, we'll decorate them. Shit, put them on fire. That's.
But you do remember, Lee, when that hot dog bun, when you look down, it would be dyed too red. Remember? I'm like,
I thought that was the ketchup.
This hot dog
man.
was never ever meant to be red. They put enough dye in this thing to kill somebody.
So y'all are in on the bait?
No,
right?
no, I'm out on that.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna stick with the Bobby Garland stuff.
Oh, damn. Okay.
A little bit more expert on this.
All right. Well, after the hot tater, they got the colors of sand flea and plum fun. So y'all make sure y'all check out those colors. The new hot dog bait will be out probably this time next year. It's still in production.
It's still in your hot dog bun.
We've not unfolded it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
We're still working on the packaging. And
oh man.
Well, Lee, are you going out? I know you got a lot on your plate right now. Are you going to try to go out Saturday?
This Saturday?
Yeah. Don't hunt season start Saturday?
No.
14th.
If I do, it'll be in my camo boat.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
I mean hunting.
He talking about?
Oh, I thought you were talking about fishing.
No.
ABT?
I did
thought
jump
ABT.
subjects on you.
Okay. All right. So you're talking about Saturday deer hunting.
Saturday deer hunting.
I don't know. We're seeing a bunch of deer moving up here right now.
I'm telling you, I've seen, based on pictures I've seen from friends, they're moving pretty good.
Yeah, they're moving good right now. I said, but my luck usually is the day or two before. It's like they get a call or something. They just go straight to their winter pattern, change their summer pattern. So
they're that smart.
Yeah, they are. I think everybody starts going in the woods like 2 days before season, and then they
start bumping them around.
They're like, boom, hey, it's season.
I think it is. I think it is all that disturbance and everybody cranking up 4-wheelers and going to the little deer camps and starting a fire. I think them deer know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I try to stay away from all my stuff at least a week prior to season. Just let it calm down, stay out of there.
Yeah.
Well, Lee, I know you got a lot going on. I know you're sitting in a beautiful spot right now, overlooking some deer woods. So
It's pretty out here right now.
we're gonna let you.
Little knob, you can see about everything. See as far as I want to walk.
Yeah. That for me, that's not far.
No, it's not.
It's not far at all, unless there's a hot dog over there.
Tell him I put 2 hot dogs in that last shooting house. He said, I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm going to get it.
I might as well hunt while I'm there.
I got you.
Well, Lee, man, I appreciate your time. Thanks for jumping on board with us, and we definitely want to get you involved when we do get to putting these on YouTube, and because you are a chick magnet, and we'll have
no. I can't even claim half of that title right there. That goes to everybody else. I'm just there for the ride.
I just want to make sure I tell you, too, I appreciate your time you donate to those kids, too. I mean, that says a lot about you.
Well, hey, man, I tell you what, it was paid back in, more than I could ever do. Those kids and being happy, it was worthwhile.
And look, if you talk to any of those guys at the chamber, tell them thank you from us.
Yeah.
I will. I sure will.
And tell them next year that we want to be involved in that, whatever it is, handing out drinks or.
We can't put cooking the hot dogs. There won't be none left.
I was just going to volunteer myself for the hot dogs.
Exactly.
I'm going to tell them, I'm going to say, look, you can eat this or you can use it as bait. Which one you want? What are we doing? Okay.
Sounds good.
Lee, thanks, man.
I sure will. Thanks, guys.
Talk to you next week.
All right.
All right, bye. Man, that's always entertaining to talk to old Lee.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy.
Man, he really is.
Oh,
People
yeah.
don't, Lee's he's really a quiet guy. I mean, he's got, a couple of different sides to him, but the real Lee's kind of a quiet, laid back, but as good as gold.
Oh yeah.
Give you the shirt off your back.
People that take
his
the time
back.
out of their busy schedule to do for those kids, that's you can look past all the rest. That tells you what kind of people they are.
Yeah,
right there.
he's a good dude. He's a really good dude. Well, anything else we got going on, Rodney?
Man, that's it, man. It's just been trying to get ready. Like today I worked on my 4-wheeler, greased it up, changed oil, stuff in it, and just making sure everything's tidied up, ready to go. I mean,
You don't want any surprise on
because
Saturday
once
morning.
it starts
Lee.
Saturday, it'll be go.
Gonna be on.
It'll be on.
Gonna be on. Well, guys, we appreciate y'all listening. We're gonna get out of here and get a bite to eat and try to get ready for Saturday. We can't wait.
Good luck to everybody. I hope everybody kills them big 'un.
Thank y'all for listening, and we'll talk to y'all next week. And God bless America, and God bless y'all.